Now this PCG, this was me being experimental. I was trying something completely new. I'm not gonna apply the word open world because it's not really that. That's not really the premise. I don't know what term to call this style of PCG. Nice. All right, so let's get into this paper computer game, which is of course entitled Paper Computer Game number 13, Squids in Forests. Now, you may be wondering, why is it number 13, right? This continues directly after the last game, which was The Ancient Secret Under Tree. This is another game starring Ari. So this continues right after the last game we saw. As I said, Squids in Forest starts off right where The Ancient Secret Under Tree left off. See, my art has evolved since you last saw it. Since, remember, I made like 10 PCGs in the interim, practically. It has evolved, but like not enough to be good. So this is like the uncanny valley phase, where my art was, you know, getting better, but like, so I stopped using the stick figures, but then I was trying to draw them looking like actual people, but I wasn't good enough at drawing actual people yet, so they still just looked horrifying. Like, oh my god, what did I do to Cassie? Ah! She doesn't have a chin. Meanwhile, Ari has like a super long chin. He's like, what is even going on? From the last game, like after we went through that door, the door led into a ladder, and you climb the ladder and you come up here. The X says, whoa, that looks good. Nice change of pace from stick figures. Thanks, dude. I mean, I like how the trees look and, you know, the background and everything. Just their faces, man. Also, you can tell I really did not know how to draw women's bodies at this time. Not that I do now. I still don't. It is hard, but I don't think I'm quite this bad anymore. Anyway, so we came up through the ladder, and we're here in this forest. Now, this PCG, this was me being experimental. I was trying something completely new. I'm not going to apply the word open world, because it's not really that. That's not really the premise. I don't know what term to call this style of PCG, but this was an experimental one. And the premise is basically, you see, here we are in the woods, and see over there, there's a building. And that building, if you walk towards it, oh yeah, there's a building over there, but over here there's a tree with a ladder on it. And if you climb up the tree, here's Ari climbing up the tree, and you can see the skyline of good old planet Shri in the distance. Over here we've got the frightening, spiky Capitol building of the Croden. Over here we've got the Capitol building of Ginkis. We've got a Croden hovercraft flying around. There's some clouds around the Capitol building because, you know, it's creepy, you know. So yeah, you're climbing the tree, and up here at the top of the tree, like if you climb up even higher into the tree, there's kind of like a tree house up here. And if you go inside the tree house, it's like a restaurant. See, there's like there's like you can go down this way, there's like a hall going that way, or you can climb up here, and there's like, if you want to climb up here and you sit on these rods, that's another table. This is like some fancy pretentious restaurant or whatever where you have to climb to get to your table. Anyways, so you can find candles over here, you can find other stuff, but anyways, if instead if you went all the way this way, if you're heading towards the building in the distance, now we get a more close-up view of the building. Anyways, so here is this building, right? But then, like, up here on top of the building, there's just like these miniature people. And yeah, if you climb the tree, you can talk to the miniature people, but they don't speak English. which is kind of like Ari was pissed at me because I wouldn't let them speak English, and so he couldn't talk to them. I felt bad. He was like legitimately mad at me. He's like, why put them in the game if I can't even talk to them? I was like, I'm sorry. Anyway, so if you go inside the building, we can go inside here and see this big archway here. If you walk through this archway, you beat the game. Now the catch though is that as you try to walk through that archway, right as you're walking through it, what happens is nothing happens. You walk through the archway as normal. You can beat so yeah, that is what's experimental about this game. You can beat the game at any time. There is literally no challenge whatsoever in beating this game. Literally, the only challenge is saying, I'll walk towards that big obvious thing. I'll walk through the door. I'll walk through the other door. You win. That's how you beat this paper computer game. You may also notice that if you explore some of the side stuff, there's no puzzles anywhere in this game. Nothing. Nowhere. Like there's no puzzles in the restaurant, no puzzles in the tree, no enemies, nothing. It's just a nice exploring the forest. Just like a nice relaxing exploration of the forest. Ari kind of dug this. I was having fun with this, and I was like, cool. Like, this is a new, interesting kind of PCG that, you know, like, I feel like is surprisingly kind of cool. By the way, if you go through this door, there is a room in here, and this is where you find some creepy stuff, right? You find like a dead squid, and then there's all these like photos of Ari on the wall, like somebody's been stalking him. You can kind of make out his name over here on like a postcard, and there's like a file about him. I think that it's this that's on the table. It's the file about him. Of course, Ari took the dead squid because, you know, why wouldn't he? Dead squid seemed to be, you know, a thing. Yak says, yeah, what the heck, Zach? What's the point of NPCs then? Yak says, it's all optional pages, LMAO. Oh yeah, Ari takes that squid and tried to revive it. Dude, I love how you know this stuff. I love how, like, that is so cool that you actually dug through and just know all the lore and all the stuff that happened in a PCG I played with my friend like 10 years ago. That is like the coolest thing ever to me. So I will definitely give you a virtual high five for that one. Whoosh. Yeah. I hope that was a high five and I didn't just virtually smack you in the face. If I did, I apologize, but it was intended as a high five. Anyways, this fact file, let's read this. Subject name: Ariel Miles Davila Vrogendui. Ari also had a long name, but not quite as long as Pierre's. Sex: male, age 16, hair brown, eyes hazelish. Known family: June and Emile parents, Colette and Tobin siblings, Leisha and a bunch of others cousins. Affiliation: Agent of Zuvak. History: Subject began a normal life, but was drawn into hazardous missions by his friend Zachary. Both boys were soon employed by number 24227, otherwise known as the Zuvak Unit, and continued this life until the present. While stationed in Germany, he was joined by his friend Pierre, and the two infiltrated the House of Rorik. I love how that just keeps coming up so many PCGs later. Why is that still a thing? Why are we still talking about the House of Rorik? And were then abducted by aliens. Escaping the alien ship, they landed on Tree, where they became separated. He has since joined with subjects 339 and 524, along with I guess that would be Chennai and Cassie. Along with 524, he is currently searching for his sister and Pierre. Suggested course of action: continue monitoring subject, terminate if necessary. Subject is armed and dangerous. So, anyway, so yeah, that is that. Ari has now beaten the game. Here's his inventory screen. Wow, why there's no E on this inventory screen? What the heck? Not only that, but even where there should be an E, because the word inventory has an E here in it, but I replaced it with an I. There is like specifically no E's on this screen. And there's a dead squid on the screen though. So that kind of makes up for it. Anyway, that is Paper Computer Game number 13, Squids in Forest, an experimental game where I was trying something new and experimental, a game where there's no challenge. It's just, hey, just explore this weird world I've created. What did you guys think of this? Did you guys think this is a good idea? Did you think this is like, well, of course that's not going to work. That's stupid. When I will tell you, when Ari played this game, he enjoyed it, and I really liked playing it as well. Like, even though, like, you can beat the game at any time, you're still curious, like, huh, what's up that tree? You know, huh, what's in that restaurant? I like that concept, but I didn't really do much more with it after this game. You'll see why. It sucked. I hate the game very bad. 0 out of 10. Wouldn't get my nose broken again. Oh man. Oh no. I apologize. That just another life that this Paper Computer Game has ruined. I will never make another PCG again. Okay. So, shall we move on to the next game? For the next Paper Computer Game, a Zach production, a Paper Computer Game by Zach. Paper Computer Game number 14, Further Sylvan Squidisms.